Hello children, so I wanted to tell you guys about a project I'm working on, and it's called Project Titan. What it is I go into, me and others, and we go into certain areas around the city, and we teach code, and we build computers, and we teach about hardware. And we're going into areas, not just in New York, but also in other cities where there's really bad school funding, and you know, the computers are old, and a lot of the kids in this area, they don't have smartphones, they don't have personal phones. So for other kids, it's really easy to jump on, say, Twitter or Snapchat and just look at the different apps being used and watching them, you know, play with the different apps and seeing them get familiar with different mobile operating systems, both Android and Apple. And these kids, certain communities, they don't have that luxury, so they don't really get to play with like Raspberry Pi, this type of hardware. And even on that level, some of them don't have video games at home, so they really aren't into coding and hardware and software. There are similar programs in the city, but most of them, the highly funded ones, are for girls only. It's like, get girls to code, which I'm all for. But my whole thing with Project Titan, which is why I love it, is it's about anyone who wants to learn more about tech, especially robotics. I want to do this huge robotics push. Anyone who wants to learn about it but just doesn't have access to it, or who hasn't been around it, they can come and learn and play and see all these things in action. One of the parts of the project is bringing in smartphones, or getting smartphones to them so they have something to play with at home, getting Chromebooks to them, and just getting the technology to them. First and foremost, it's about them playing with code and them playing with the hardware and getting them interested. And it's for anyone in any community, but specifically certain urban communities that just, they don't have access to, they're not teaching it, they don't teach it in the public schools, and they just don't, we don't push it in the schools, so there's no access to it. So that's what Project Titan does. It goes in, it plays with all these different operating systems, it plays with different types of hardware, and it gets them interested in writing code, if that's what they want, into robotics, and it's cross-platform, so it's not just Windows or iOS or Android, it's cross-platform. And that's where I need your help. So I'm asking for donations, and basically what it's going to do is it's going to get more of Project Titan into different schools and into different areas. And you can donate any amount you want. I will have links to it. I deeply appreciate it. The thing with the donations is, if I can get you guys to donate, then I can get corporate sponsors. But I have to start on my own and then go to the corporations, because the big corporate sponsors want to see that you're doing something on your own, and that you're trying to build something on your own without their help first. And then they'll do matching programs, and then they'll do more funding. But you have to start by yourself. So that's where I am. So if you could donate, if you would, I mean, it can be $1, $5, whatever. I will have links to it below. You can, whatever you can do, I would appreciate it. So yeah, and I'm really excited about this, because it's so much fun seeing their eyes light up, like, ooh, you know, like, it's something that they don't really, you know, when you think about it, I didn't grow up with a smartphone because they didn't have smartphones when I was younger. But now it's so integrated anyway. I can't imagine, you know, being in a certain grade and not having a phone. You know, it seems foreign to me, but there are big pockets of this country where kids just don't have access to it. They don't have access to a computer unless they go to the library, unless they're at school. They don't have access to the internet unless they go, you know, to the library, to school, go, you know, to certain parts of New York City where we have free Wi-Fi. They don't have it in their homes, which it boggles me. But then again, if, you know, your priorities are food, rent, and other things, then yeah, I could understand why internet, you know, wouldn't make the list. So I get that. It's just so hard for me to say, oh, you go home and there's no internet there. So yeah, so that's what we're working on. I'm working on just going to them in certain areas and bringing all this good stuff to them. And if I could have your help on it, and of course I'll be documenting it and writing up about it and, you know, taking video and showing you guys all the progress. I would deeply, deeply appreciate it. The sooner I could raise certain funds, the better, because then I could go to the corporate sponsors, and I'll be reaching out to some of you guys personally to see if you can. But anything you give, I sincerely appreciate. So the links are below. And that's it. That's it. And of course, I'm still going to be doing giveaways and all that other good stuff. I just, this one just felt good and real to try to work on because a lot of them are girls only, and I just feel like it should be for everybody. Anybody that wants to but feels like they don't have access to it, I say come on in, you're more than welcome, and that's why I'm enjoying Project Titan. So let me know if you're able to. Leave me a comment, feel free to share this, I appreciate it, and the links are below. Alright you guys, that's it for me. To quote the greatest show on earth, live long and prosper. I'll take you guys there. Bye. Poke. Poke.